Hello and welcome to the Hawks Nest. Tonight, we bring you a doubleheader between the Humber Hawks and the Conestoga Condors. I'm Andrew Milani alongside the always astute analyst, Adam Lucier. First up, the women's teams come to play, and the Hawks put their perfect 9-0 record on the line against a hungry team from Kitchener, looking to stop their two-game losing streak, led by Jamila Beckford, who's fourth in league scoring. Adam, what's it going to take for Humber to stop such a dangerous scoring threat?
It's going to take a great defensive assignment tonight, and look no further than Janae Giles, possibly Maya Campbell-Johnson, guarding Jamila Beckford tonight. But she's averaging 19.2 points a game, so you got to imagine the Rock's going to go her way offensively for the Condors. Just up to the Hawks to shut her down.
It's definitely going to be a tough defensive assignment tonight for the Hawks, but they got a few players that they can look to, as you said, Janae Giles, Maya Campbell-Johnson, possibly Kia Watt tonight too, has been impressing as a first-year player.
Yeah, certainly some hardcore defenders you just listed off there, and Kia Watt as she gets ready in the huddle with her team. What a spark to this lineup she's been as a first-year player, 13.9 points a game. That's second best on the team, and whenever you're second best in any statistical category to Maya Campbell-Johnson, you know you're doing something right. A big start to the year for Kia Watt.
It's certainly a nice luxury to have for these Humber Hawks. Watt played a lot of these games coming off the bench, but she will be starting here tonight in this one. Big opportunity for her for sure, and a big reason why the Humber Hawks sit in first place in the West Division right now with that perfect 9-0 record.
Yeah, that zero sure does look pretty, doesn't it? 9-0 for the Hawks, the only undefeated team in the West Division standings. Conestoga a little bit in the middle of the pack right now, but they're definitely going to bring it to the Hawks, and it'll be interesting to see if they can close out their first half undefeated for the fourth time in the Coach Sharma era.
Certainly be a nice way to finish off the season. Currently sitting third in the CCAA national ranking, so it's very nice to see that they're being recognized for their great play in the first half of the season. Look there, Coach Sharma has done such a great job with this team all season.
Yeah, in his ninth year with the program, and he's been as valuable as any player to come into this Hawks Nest. Mentioned the success he's had recently. Trying to lead the girls to victory as they try to end their winter schedule undefeated.
Looking for that perfect way to close out a perfect first half as we turn it over to the PA for announcements for national anthems and starting lineups.
In your Humber Hawks. We ask you please rise as you're able to remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. First for the Conestoga Condors, number 4, Rona Abdallah. Number 7, Maddie Weber. Number 13, Megan White. Number 17, Jamila Beckford. And number 22, Alicia Clinton. Head coach of the Condors is Dean Channer.
God's given it eye.
Yeah.
Thank you for that introduction there as we get ready for the opening tip-off of this one. Jamila Beckford going up against Maya Campbell-Johnson for the tip-off.
Could be a little bit of foreshadowing here with Beckford and MCJ in the middle of the floor. They could be seeing a whole lot of each other here tonight.
Only one way to find out as we get this game underway. Velasquez takes that ball with open three. Air balls that one. MCJ goes diving for that one. Can't come up with it.
Not the start you want for Velasquez, but hey, they left her a little bit of room and she took a shot there. She had an open look. Obviously would have liked to touch rim.
Yeah, definitely not a bad shot opportunity there as Conestoga works the ball in their offensive zone. Into Beckford inside, runs over Janae Giles. And an offensive foul called. Beckford can't believe it.
And Janae Giles is starting this game with a grin on her face, just so as you want to see for the Hawks. And let's not get this twisted. Janae Giles is one of the strongest players in the OCAA. She didn't go to the floor in pain. She knew she was trying to draw that call on Jamila Beckford, and she got just what she was looking for.
Well, mission accomplished as the Hawks work the ball around. Getting into MCJ inside. Nice turn move off the side of the backboard. Conestoga almost lost that and dribbled that out of bounds. And if they get called for traveling, we'll go to the Humber Hawks now. So a little bit of a shaky start for both teams in the opening minute of this one.
Yeah, we've already seen an air ball and one off the side of the backboard. Now a travel. A lot of energy in this gym. These are two teams with a lot to play for. We'll see as this game wears on who's going to settle in.
A little bit of confusion here on the Hawks side. MCJ sets a pick for Velasquez. Back to Giles for three. Off the rim and out.
Like that look from Giles. When she gets started early with that three ball, she's absolutely dynamite, capable of taking over a game.
Megan White working the ball up the court for Conestoga to Jamila Beckford on the left side. Being guarded by Janae Giles. Works the ball over to Abdallah. Looking for an option. Big block there by Kia Watt. Felicia Velasquez working the ball inside. Inside pass to Amber Beckford. And that's in for the first point of the game.
Bouchard able to put it up and in, an easy looking basket, and that's all coming from the hands of Felicia Velasquez.
Megan White back with the ball now for Conestoga on our left-hand side, being guarded by Bouchard. Worked in the corner, almost poked away.
Kia Watt's been really active so far defensively, like what I've seen out of her.
Glendenning working inside on Velasquez. Good defense. They get the offensive rebound. That shot goes in. Game tied 2-2.
Alicia Glendenning, that's what hard work's gonna get you.
Kia Watt, nice inside move. Can't get to go.
Driving the baseline, nice move by Watt. Just couldn't get the finish.
Abdallah past the corner to Glendenning. Off her arm and out of bounds will be Hawks ball.
2-2 to get going in this one. It's been a little sluggish offensively. Both sides have had their opportunities, just haven't been able to convert just yet.
This game should settle in a little bit more as we get this one going. Over to Bouchard, working on the left side. It's Kia Watt dribbling around. Velasquez was wide open for three, chose not to shoot it. Works it to Bouchard on the other side. Thought about going for corner three. Goes inside, nice move, and she gets the basket. 4-2 for Humber.
Amber Bouchard, that's a thing of beauty. She had that little head fake. That got Jamila Beckford moving. Drove that baseline and made it look easy.
White with the ball, guarded by Bouchard. Gets it over to Jamila in the middle. Working on Giles. Nice job to get through there. A lot of power there by her to get the 2 points.
Yeah, that's great defense by Giles. That's just Jamila Beckford being Jamila Beckford.
Hawks out of bounds will go back to Conestoga. Excuse me, will be Hawks ball here.
Trying to go for that outstretched pass. Good defense by Beckford. They're able to swat that one away.
Pass it to Janae. Three-pointer is up. No good off the rim. Bouchard got the rebound to MCJ in her spot. Makes no mistake there.
There it is. That's MCJ's office. She's not going to miss too often from that spot on the court. But for the Hawks, they need to notice that the perimeter defense just hasn't been there for the Condors. They've had open looks outside in range time and time again. Gonna have to look to exploit that as this game moves on.
It's only gonna be a matter of time before they start chucking up those threes. Camilla Beckford, nice move. Gets her own rebound. And that will be a shot clock violation against the Condors. Great defense there by the Hawks.
And that's just Janae Giles being an absolute beast on the defensive side of things. 2 shot opportunities for Jamila Beckford, and Janae Giles shot both of them down. So we got our answer. Who's going to be on Jamila tonight? It's Janae Giles, and so far so good for head coach AJ Sharma.
And not much of a surprise there. Janae knows that defensive monster there for the Hawks. Nice pickoff there by Beckford. Gets the fast break going. Another pickoff, this time by Kia Watt, but loses it out of bounds. We'll go to the Conestoga Condors.
Oh, Kia Watt, it's hard to blame her on that one. She had that great interception, and right off the bat, she had her head up looking for that pass. But if you don't have a handle on the ball, it doesn't matter where that pass is going. She let that one out of her reach.
Yeah, absolutely right here. The Hawks need to stop here to prevent this from being a tie game at 6. Looking for options there. Kia Watt playing hard defense. Beckford this time being guarded by English. Open three-pointer there off the rim. Offensive rebound, that one's good. Maddie Weber getting the 2 points. Velasquez working the ball up the court, calling for a play on the left-hand side. Back to Kia Watt, top of the key, being guarded by Beckford. Still looking for an option there. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Brittany English working inside to Bayshard. Open 3 to Velasquez off the rim. MCJ fighting for that offensive rebound, gets it. Can't get the rebound to go. And now it's White working the ball up the court for the Condors.
Physicality has definitely been a factor in this game. A lot of hard work going on underneath those rims. The Hawks lead the OCAA in rebounding, so the Condors are going to be in tough against them tonight.
Shot clock running low here for the Condors. 6 seconds left. MCJ, nice move to break up that pass. 2 seconds to go. Shot is up. No good. That would be a shot clock violation, but the Hawks will keep it. Play remains. Bayshard, deep 2. No good. The Condors have the ball again. Nice quick pace to get this game started. Taylor Doyle working the ball up the court. On the right-hand side. Gets the pick. She's open in the middle, guarded by Velasquez. Beckford now with it now. Brittany English guarding her. Nice job there. Bayshard almost picked off that pass. Out of bounds will be Hawks ball.
We'll see what the matchup game is as you see Janae Giles on the bench. She popped up for a moment there. Brittany English was guarding Jamila Beckford on that last possession, and as soon as you saw that assignment, Janae Giles popped to her feet and said AJ told her to sit down, not just yet, but it appears as though Janae knows her assignment for tonight, and that assignment is Jamila Beckford.
Yeah, looks to be the plan all game long. Velasquez working it inside, back to English. Can't get that corner 3 to go. Velasquez over to Bayshard. Over to English, open 3 in the corner. No good, that just 3-pointer just isn't falling right now for the Hawks.
But they're getting the looks that they need time and time again. They've been working that ball around the perimeter, the 3-point line, and they've had plenty of open looks.
Yeah, it's taken time. They've had to work that ball a little bit to get that open 3, but they've gotten those shots. Velasquez now with the ball. Condors missed it. Over to Brittany English. Back to Velasquez. They're leaving her wide open out there. 2-pointer, no good. Back to her from the top of the key.
Good rebounding by the Hawks.
Getting a pick now. MCJ waiting. Getting around over to Bayshard in the corner. Thought about it, didn't go for it. Ball worked up. Cushing couldn't get that shot to go. Condors ball.
Not great shot selection there as trying to go for that underhand layup.
No good. The shot there by the Condors. Velasquez with the ball now on the right-hand side.
Let's see if Velasquez can find her shooting touch here. She's been dynamic with the playmaking and the ball movement. Just haven't seen many shots drop for her just yet.
Bayshard works the ball over to MCJ. Almost picked off. Brittany English works it inside. Pass it out. Velasquez open 3. No good. She's not falling right now.
Pretty ball movement though for the Hawks. Brittany English there had a little bit of the Euro step going before kicking it outside. If anything, the Hawks' court vision is working to perfection tonight, but you've been saying it, Andrew, the inefficiency is starting to cost them.
Yeah, their shot's just not falling right now. Nice inside move by Maddie Weber to get the 2 points.
Maddie Weber stands 6'2", one of the tallest players on the floor. She's going to be in matchup trouble.
Condors now leading 8-6. Cushing with the ball over to English. Shot clock at 12. Back to Cushing at the top of the key. Over to right side. Velasquez chucks it up to English in the corner. Barely stays in bounds. Over to MCJ. Near the paint. Can't get it to go. Jamila Beckford with the rebound. Megan White with it now, pass it off. Taylor Doyle over to Weber. Inside pass to Beckford. Whistle blown. The ball will go to the Humber Hawks. Minute 55 left to go in the first quarter. Humber Hawks trailing this one 8-6.
See Felicia Velasquez checking out of this game, and so crucial to this team as the assist leader. She had 8 last time out against the Sioux. She struggled a little bit offensively tonight, so maybe a rest on the bench is just what she needs.
Pass it off to Cushing. Over in the corner to English. That's good. First three-pointer of the night, and it's for the Humber Hawks. Hawks take the lead back, 9-8.
And it's a good time for an icebreaker. There it finally is. Brittany English able to drop one from range.
Now with the ball is Doyle, guarded heavily by Cushing. Beckford with it now, being guarded once again by English.
Been impressed with the defense of Cushney so far tonight.
Beckford working the ball inside. It's picked off there by Kia Watt. Over to English.
Hawks have numbers.
Ball pass over to Bowie. English over to Kia Watt near the top of the key, trying to work it inside. Can't get that pass to go. It's going to be Condor's ball.
And the Hawks are finding something here. That's the second or third time we've seen a Hawk drive the lane, drive the paint, and then try to kick it out into the corner. So they're drawing those defenders into the interior and then kicking it out. It seems to be working for them so far. They just got to find their shooting mark.
Megan White guarded by Jalen Bowie. It's one of the first times we've seen her all year. In fact, the first time we've seen her all year. Foul will go against Jamila Beckford. Her second in the game. Ball will go the other way to the Hawks.
And for Beckford, you got to be well aware that you're kind of the important cog in this machine for the Conestoga Condors. You can't afford to get yourself in any foul trouble early.
It's already fouled out of one game. Bowie, three-pointer, that's good. Hawks now up 12-8 with just over 30 seconds left to go in the first.
We've talked about Bowie's limited options or limited opportunities so far this year, but she's making good tonight.
And Bowie picks up a foul there. Got Megan White on her way to the basket. She'll get 2 opportunities here from the charity stripe.
So Bowie on one end of the floor gets that big three-pointer, commits a foul on the other end.
Jamila Beckford checking out of this one from Maddie Weber back in this one. Ball almost spun out of the basket, but Megan White picks up a point.
Haven't seen too many trips to the line for either side tonight to see that one lip out.
Be a line violation by Brittany English. White will get a chance to redo this one.
English had some happy feet. AJ Sharma pleading his case to the official, but looks as though nothing's going to change. 2 for 2.
Janae Giles with the ball now near the top of the key. Works over to Cushing, over to English. Great fast-paced movement here. Kia Watt to the rim. Can't get that one to go with a nice little move. Abdallah working up. She's fouled by Giles. That'll be her first of the game.
And with Janae Giles, you know she'll pick up a foul or two each and every game, but that's her style. That's exactly what you want to see. She's going to be aggressive, trying to reach in there and poke the ball out. She does great work to manufacture offense, really from nothing for this team.
Yeah, you're always looking for some ferocity coming from her.
3 seconds, got to get a shot up here.
One last opportunity here. Megan White thought about it. Can't get that shot to go, and the Humber Hawks will go into the second quarter up by 2, 12-10.
A lot of positives to take out from that first quarter, and obviously some things to work on for head coach AJ Sharma, as he's going to have a little bit of a business meeting with the ladies over there and try to right the ship. But it's been a night of missed opportunities. There's been a lot of missed shots so far tonight. Great ball movement. Can't say enough about that, but I mean, you only get points on the board by going through the netting.
Yeah, the process by the Hawks has been a lot of what we've expected, some good ball movement. That fast-paced play, it's really been a trademark of AJ Sharma all his tenure here at Humber, really. But yeah, just those deep shots have not been able to go. Let's see if that's a trend that continues as this game goes on. But you gotta like what the Humber Hawks have been doing most of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a really big talking point is see in the middle of your screen there, number 15, Jamila Beckford listening to her coach, and you knew 19.2 points per game. That's about 6 points more than the next leading scorer for these Condors. So for the Hawks, you don't even need to look at the tape. You can just look at that stat sheet and go, hey ladies, we know the ball's going to get to Beckford's way. What can we do about it? Early on in this game, it was Janae Giles that did nice work to slow her down, and even Brittany English coming in off the bench in place of Giles. She's been strong as well. So far so good. The defense holding up just fine for Humber.
The defense has looked great tonight. Janae Giles, really, you mentioned her before, just doing such a great job guarding Jamila Beckford. But you knew she was going to come up clutch here today, especially on the defensive end. Really known for that intensity she brings on that side of the ball.
And what's so rare about Janae Giles, absolutely dominant on defense. We could talk all day, and you know what? We probably will, about just how good she is defensively for these Humber Hawks. But look at on the other side of the ball. In the first, they had a doubleheader against Sioux just this past weekend, and Janae Giles in game number 1 put up 26 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists in that one. And then she followed up that performance with another 16 points in game 2. So she's going to put the ball in the basket, and on the other end, she's going to prevent just that. A jack of all trades.
Certainly well put there, filling up that stat sheet during that weekend game against the Sioux. Still looking for our first points here tonight. Well, there are teams in pretty good position here as we get ready to start the second. Condors with first possession. Picked off by Velasquez, going hard to the hoop. Stops there to MCJ. Floater can't go, she was knocked down. No call. Condors working it up. Thought about the double team there. Will lay off Megan White. Over to Doyle. Doyle back with it. 3-pointer up. Completely airballs that one. Will be Hawks ball.
And I'm sure AJ Sharma had some adjustments to make between that first and second quarter, but appears as though he's just fine with the aggressiveness as his defense is right off the bat. First possession, we see Felicia Velasquez jump in and intercept the ball.
Hawks another chance to grow this lead here. Nice handoff by MCJ to Janae. Back to Velasquez near the logo. Getting a screen by MCJ. Can't get her free to Giles. 3-pointer off the front of the rim. Bayshard almost grabbed that offensive rebound. He gets a nice pickoff there. Great hustle by Amber Bayshard.
All hustle, all hard Amber Bayshard. She came back after an extended absence last year, and head coach Sharma just could not stop raving about the tenacity and her aggressiveness.
Velasquez is open 3, that's good. And she's finally on the board with the 3 points of her own.
Finally a 3 for number 3. She's had plenty of open looks tonight, finally able to drop one. I'm sure Felicia's thinking it's about time.
Certainly happy about that one. Condors working the ball around. Shot clock running down at 8 now. MCJ playing some great defense. But Maddie Weber getting the 2 points.
MCJ is going to have the reach advantage more often than not when it comes to rebounding. The other side of things, Maddie Weber at 6'2", she's going to give MCJ some headaches.
That led to a timeout there. We got another look at that Felicia Vasquez 3-pointer. Left wide open there in the perimeter. We've seen that all game long. It looks like they're going to give a lot of these Hawks players those deep shots.
Yeah, they're having room beyond the line, and we've seen it with Janae Giles a few times now. She's missed some shots from beyond the 3-point mark, but hey, you got to trust her, right? She's one of your best players. She's a 5th-year senior. Who do you want the ball in the hands of? It's Janae Giles. Of course, she's going to miss some shots early, but once she gets into a rhythm, she's going to get this crowd behind her. She's going to get her team behind her, and she'll be clapping and fist pumping and everything good that Janae Giles does throughout the course of a game.
Just about ready to finish up this timeout. Called by the Humber Hawks. I have a feeling AJ Sharma did not like what he saw in that last defensive possession. Got those 2 points in a little bit too easy there, coming in from Maddie Weber. 8:33 left to go in the second quarter as both teams get ready to take back the court.
And last time out, the Humber Hawks had a weekend doubleheader against the Sioux Cougars, and that's a team without a win. A lot of depth players got in, a lot of rotational players. So it's been a little bit since these starters have had the opportunity to work together on the floor. So perhaps a little bit of rust to shake off here as we see Velasquez miss on another opportunity.
That's a good point there, Adam. A lot of the depth players getting a chance to shine in that doubleheader against the Sioux. Pass picked off. Janae Giles running with the ball now, weaving her way through center court. Over to Velasquez, looking for a lane inside. Pass it off to MCJ. Gets that shot to go there. She's got 4 points now on the night.
Velasquez court vision never fails to amaze me. Able to put that ball where only MCJ could get to it. She reaches out the hand and finishes.
Ball being worked in now. Glendenning passed it out. Weber with it now, works inside, can't get that one in. Giles with the rebound, working the ball up the court quickly. Over to Velasquez, thought about going for three. Works it over to Bayshard, open corner three, no good, off the backboard. That ball will be grabbed by Doyle. Doyle working the ball around, pass it over to Abdallah. Abdallah over to Weber, or to White rather. Inside to White, now into Glendenning, couldn't get that shot, got good to go. Giles with it again.
They're trying to score on Janae Giles in the interior.
Easier said than done. Velasquez with it now. Nice move to get inside. Over to Kia Watt, corner three. No good, that bounced around a few times and off the shot clock, so it'll be Condor's ball.
And sure, that shot didn't drop. As we take a look at Maddie Weber on the Condors, we knew Jamila Beckford was going to be a key piece for them offensively, but how about what she's done so far for them tonight? She leads her side with 6 points, and she's being matched up against Maya Campbell-Johnson. Good luck putting up any points against MCJ, but Maddie Weber is starting to make a name for herself in this match.
Yeah, playing well here tonight despite that tough offensive assignment rather. Abdallah with it now. Trying to get around Kia Watt. Nice spin move to get inside. Can't get that shot to go. Watt with it, taking the ball up quickly. Over to MCJ. Layup is good. She's on the board now with 6. Hawks now leading this one, 19-12. 6.5 to go in the second.
This Kia Watt to MCJ connection is something special to watch. Kia Watt moves with so much speed and so much confidence. It appears as though MCJ just always knows where to be. They seem to be able to find each other on the floor quite a bit.
Doyle with it now, trying to get around Velasquez. Over to Weber, can't get it. Hawks with the ball now. Velasquez over to MCJ, trying to get inside. Layup, can't get it to go. Rebound there. Beckford with it now, working the ball up quickly. She's being triple teamed. Over to White, layup no good. Weber kind of had that one to her.
A lot of commotion here. Condor's gonna try to settle things down.
Beckford, three-pointer. That one's no good. Velasquez gets the rebound. Working on the right-hand side. Over to Bayshard. Open corner three. Off the rim. Will be rebounded by White.
It seems as though every single possession, Felisa Velasquez dishes out a pass that makes my jaw drop. She's picking lanes that aren't even there. As they happen, she scouts them out. She's been doing the nice work to kick the ball out to her perimeter players.
Well, she's not second in assists in the league for nothing. Certainly one of the best playmakers in the OCAA, hands down.
Speaking of playmaking, how about that pass from Kia Watt to MCJ? Hawks rolling strong so far, off to a much better start here in this second quarter than they were in the first.
Condors still hanging around here. Jamila Beckford will get a couple shots at the line. First shot, no good.
If I told the Hawks with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter that Jamila Beckford would only have 2 points on the board, gotta imagine they've been pretty happy. The defense has held strong.
Second shot, no mistake there. We'll get a timeout called here by the Condors. Like you said, Adam, this second quarter off to a much better start for the Hawks. And do you chalk that up to anything?
Not exactly. It's just being a little bit more efficient with those opportunities. There could have been a whole lot more than 12 points on the board for the Hawks coming out of that first quarter. Just the matter of the fact is the shots weren't dropping. If you don't get it through that orange rim, they're not putting it on the scoreboard. And finally, we've seen Velasquez able to drop one through. Janae Giles is starting to find her rhythm. Kia Watt and MCJ are finding each other on the floor. Finally, it seems as though this undefeated squad is starting to find their bite just again.
It certainly looks that way. Only shot 25% from deep in the first quarter. Well, still not exactly shooting the lights out from deep in this one. We've seen them miss some great opportunities here with 10 seconds left to go in this timeout. The players getting ready to take back the court pretty soon.
And for MCJ, a lot of her focus is on the offensive side of things, but she's been busy defensively tonight. She hasn't seen too much of Jamila Beckford, but it's been Maddie Weber giving her the trouble. Gotta imagine it's only gonna be a matter of time until MCJ makes the proper adjustments. One of the best in the biz when it comes to that interior defense.
MCJ currently sitting at 599 points as a Humber Hawk. Needs one more point to be the 9th player in Hawks history in the 600 points club. As Janae Giles already got there this past weekend. Definitely a very good program here at Humber. Kia Watt, three-pointer. Air balls it. Brittany English can't come up with that rebound. It'll be Condor's ball.
Yeah, it's been a season of milestones, Andrew. You mentioned it, that Giles is the 8th member of the 600-point club, and 599 is a pretty good point total, but why not round it up, shall we? We got to wait for that next MCJ bucket.
Shouldn't be too far off from it. Jamila Beckford working inside. Brittany English guarding her. English fouling her, was all over Beckford. Won't like that call.
AJ Sharma telling Brittany English to just calm down, calm down. It's okay, it's just one call, but I see where English is coming from on that play. It appeared as though she had her hand firmly on that ball, but Beckford did a nice job of selling it, and she'll find her way to the line.
It will not be a shooting call. Just be an inbound play here. Nice pick off there by Janae Giles. Over to Cusheen, working it inside. Over in the corner to Bowie, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by the Condors. Taylor Doyle passes it over to White. White over to Abdallah. Inside to Beckford, being guarded heavily by Giles.
She took one look at Giles and backed on out of there.
That's the impact that Janae Giles can have defensively. Will be Hawks ball here.
Call that the Janae factor. It doesn't matter what type of player you are. It is not fun having to work in the paint with Janae Giles. She likes those dirty areas. That's where she thrives. She's not afraid to play a physical brand of basketball.
Definitely one of the big tools here for AJ Sharma to use. Ball worked inside. That shot's good. Janae Giles on the board with her first 2 points of the night.
And she's had trouble dropping those three-pointers tonight, so smart move by her. Why not work inside, give yourself a high percentage shot, bury it, and let that momentum keep rolling.
Beckford, close shot, that's blocked. Inside there by Glendenning. She gets that one good to go. There's some tough defense there by the Hawks. Kia Watt with it now, working on the right-hand side. Nice move to get inside. Easy layup for her. Hawks on top, 23-15.
That's what Kia Watt's gonna bring to this team, a whole lot of speed and a whole lot of scoring. Does it all in one play there.
Hawks defense playing real well now. They tried to get that inside pass Abdullah to Beckford. Couldn't get that one good to go as we get another look at that. Beautiful layup there by Kia Watt.
That's something pretty. She had to work hard for it, but has a smile on her face, and that's good to see from Kia. She's starting to rack up some points.
Teresa Da Silva checking into this one. Kia Watt with it. Over to Maya Campbell-Johnson, top of the key. Pass that one off to Giles. Shot clock at 12. Da Silva trying to work inside, can't do it. Over to Watt on the perimeter. Shot clock running down, 5 seconds. MCJ can't get a shot. Da Silva, three-pointer. That's good, just as the shot clock was expiring.
That one looked good off the fingertips to Silva in the corner.
Foul would be there against the Humber Hawks. Basket still counts.
See some nice ball movement here as Da Silva puts that one up and in.
Foul there will be on Janae. Looks to be her third foul of the game, so already in some foul trouble here as the second quarter nearing its final stages here.
to De Silva, who we just saw drain that three-pointer. She's been playing some of her best basketball as of late. And that doubleheader against the Sioux Cougars in game one, a 96-46 victory for the Hawks. She had 3 career highs, 7 points, 2 threes, and 6 rebounds in 13 minutes of action. So just goes to show that up and down this lineup, AJ Sharma has a whole lot of puzzle pieces to insert into this game.
Yeah, we've talked about this a lot this season, the amount of depth that really all Humber Hawks teams have. Certainly one of the things that they're known for. But this basketball team, women's basketball team especially, just such great depth, especially a lot of sparks off that bench. Kia Watt providing that big role, now starting in this one. And Brittany English really doing it as well, being one of those defensive pieces there. And a three-point threat as well coming off the bench.
Yeah, Brittany English last year was one of my favorite players to watch. And you mentioned it, she would come off as a bench and do a great job doing so. Brings a lot defensively, is a great shooter from the perimeter and has some ball handling skills that, will really take you back. And now she's finally able to grow into this bigger role, and she's been excelling.
Ajala with it now, working it up the court, left-hand side, being guarded by Watt. Beckford there saying a nice pick. Can't get that one around though. Weber with it now on the outside. Guarded by MCJ, over to Beckford. Shot clock running down at 7 now. Shots thrown up there, no good. Kia Watt with it now, racing up the court. Over on the left-hand side, over to Kashin near the middle. Perimeter shot, no good. White getting the ball. Pick set by Beckford. Back inside to Beckford, being guarded by Kashin. Nice strong move to get inside. Fouled on the way to the basket. It'll be an offensive foul.
Jamila Beckford on your screen now is not having her ideal night. Give a lot of credit to these Humber Hawks. Just 3 points for her on the day. She's going to have a seat and try to sort things out with her head coach, Dee Channer. But if the Condors want to stay in this game with this 11-point spread, they're going to need Beckford to get into it. And she just hasn't found her rhythm just yet.
Maddie Weber providing the bulk of the offense for the Condors here tonight. As you mentioned, the Hawks have just been doing such a great job just kind of containing her tonight. Janae Giles, of course, responsible for most of that, but Brittany English, Kashin, a lot of looks being thrown at her, but throwing her off her game.
There's some players out there that can score from any point on the floor. I'm not saying Jamila Beckford can't get it done from anywhere, but it appears as though she really prefers that interior game. She's going to try to work it into the paint. And good news for the Hawks, that's a big strength of theirs. They have Janae Giles and Maya Campbell-Johnson, a lot of strength and a lot of size on the interior. So for Jamila, it's going to be tough sledding. She knew that coming into tonight, and it's proved no differently now that she's inside the Hawks nest.
2:18 left to go in the second quarter. Hawks leading this one, 26-15. Kia Watt with the ball. Over to Bowie. De Silva with it now. Nice ball movement here, just working the ball around the perimeter. Back to Bowie. Inside pass to MCJ, cut off rather. De Silva, Kashin, Bowie, open three. That's off the side of the rim.
I like that ball movement. That's corner to corner, then out to the top of the three-point line. Humber moving the ball efficiently.
White with it, nice move to get inside. It was picked off. Bowie with it now, working the ball inside. Pass over to MCJ, layup is good. And welcome to the 600-point club, Maya Campbell-Johnson with those 2 points. The 9th player in Humber history to do so.
Big moment for MCJ, well deserving. Joining her teammate Janae Giles in the club. You knew it wasn't gonna be long, needed just 7 points to get there today, and that's an easy night at the office for Campbell-Johnson.
Great defense there. Beckford got a couple rebounds, couldn't get to go. MCJ, a nice block there. And another milestone for Maya Campbell-Johnson. Most blocks in Humber history with her 59th block of her career.
Up and down the floor she goes, makes history on one end, and decides that's not enough. Let's set another record on the defensive side of things. 16, MCJ in the middle of your screen. What a night for her. You knew it was going to be historic, and she didn't waste much time. Still time to go here in the first half. 600-point club and the all-time blocks leader. Not too shabby.
Layup good there by Megan White. This game back within 11. Kia Watt over to De Silva, top of the key. Calling for a play here. Kia Watt with it. Looking for a shot, tries to get around her defender. Nice pass there, no look. MCJ now from her office, no good. Glendinning gets that rebound.
You gotta find the lanes any way possible, and if you gotta go back over your head, why not? It's a good looking dish.
Yeah, not bad at all. Weber being double teamed there. Over to Beckford, working inside, strong move, can't get it to go. MCJ with the rebound, almost had it picked off by Beckford. Again, that pass tipped away by Beckford, no quit by her.
First time tonight we've seen Jamila against Maya. We've seen her do some battles under the rim.
Bowie, nice move to get inside, and makes that one with no mistake. Hawksley in this one, 30-17, 10 seconds left to go. Abdallah trying to work it up quickly. Clock's running down, 3 seconds left. Over to Beckford for three. No good, and that will do it for the first half. Humber up by 13, 30-17 at halftime.
This game's starting to open up here as the buckets are starting to drop for either side, but things definitely favoring the Hawks. They've been moving quick. Seen some steals in there. They've been active, running up and down the floor. Not as fast-paced as we've seen them earlier in the year, but a big part of that has been Kia Watt. She's been able to rip the ball away on the defensive side of things, race down the floor and find Velasquez, find Johnson, and find Giles as well.
Ball movement and defense on point, much of as we've come to expect from the Hawks. And we'll be right back for the second half of this one. Hawksley in this one, 30-17. Welcome back to the Hawks Nest as we're back to this game against the Humber Hawks and the Conestoga Condors. Humber leading this one 30-17, and if you're just joining us, Adam, what are your thoughts of that first half?
I think the word of the day is inefficiency. Either side just hasn't been shooting the ball too well. For the Conestoga Condors, they're at 25% field goal percentage, and not too much better for the Hawks as they're only at 33%, dropping just a third of their field goal attempts. So for either side, it's just a matter of having those shots drop, and they just haven't just yet. Howie the Hawk is here. Maybe that's the spark they need to get the game going, as he's going to get a round of high fives. Well, the Hawks need some energy in this gym, and it's up to them to bring it.
Yeah, especially from 3 points. Both teams not very efficient at all. Humber just shooting 22% from 3, and Conestoga 0 from 4 from deep, so definitely an issue as this game goes on. Humber with first possession here.
And it's not like the Hawks haven't had the opportunities. They shot 18 threes in the first half, only to drain 4 of them.
Janae Giles went in looking for a foul call there, wouldn't get it. Ends up being a turnover and Condor's ball. Glendenning to inbound this one. Over to White. Pass it up to Weber. Dalla with it now on the right side. Works it over. Beckford with it. Being guarded by Giles. Glendenning back with it. Good ball movement here by the Condors. Tough defense though. Velasquez strips that ball away, working it up quickly. Fast break, pass up to Watt. That's good. Hawks up by 15.
Working the bounce pass to perfection, Felicia Velasquez. And you know Kia Watt is going to finish from that spot more often than not.
Glendenning working it inside against Velasquez. Beckford with it now. Double team. Back to Glendenning. Pass over to Abdullah. Loses Watt. Inside shot. Couldn't get good to go. Giles with it now. Being pressured by Abdullah. Inside pass to MCJ. Layup is good. Quick start for the Hawks for this one. Up now by 17.
The adjustment I'm seeing right off the bat is just the pace of play as you see Felicia Velasquez dive in front of another one. The Hawks just seem to be playing a lot faster here in this second half, really pressing the issue.
Velasquez with the 3. No good. She already has a couple quick steals in this quarter alone. Abdallah with it now, working it up slowly. Looking for options. Pass it over to Beckford. Over to Weber in the corner. Over back to Beckford inside. That shot's good.
That's a hard work basket there. Janae Giles had the positioning, but Beckford, nice work to turn away and drop the bucket.
Let's see if she comes alive in this one. Only her 5th point in the game. Velasquez working the ball inside. Nice pass to MCJ. That layup's good. Tough defense there by the Condors, but it didn't matter. MCJ getting her bucket.
MCJ with the finish, but once again, it's Velasquez with the dime.
MCJ almost got a block there, going up against Weber. Ball tipped away, but will still be Condor's ball. (36-19) the score. Just under 8 minutes left to go in the third.
Our Hawks are starting to run away with it, and the reason why is they're playing their brand of basketball. Not something we saw earlier, but they're playing that fast break, move quickly type of game that Sharma's looking for.
Nice block there by MCJ. Gets it up to Velasquez. Tries to get inside, can't get past the defense. Calling for a play here. No one seems to be open. Over to Kiowa at the top of the key. Shot clock running down. 6 seconds left. Into the corner, Bayshard, open 3, no good. That was off the side of the rim.
Nice work by Kia Watt just to keep her head up there. Bayshard had all day sitting there in that corner, and Watt able to turn her head and find her teammate.
White with it now. Over to Beckert, inside to Glendenning. Stripped away once again, Velasquez, her 3rd steal in the quarter. Works the ball up quickly. Fast pass there to Bayshard. She was unprepared for that one.
Passes are so quick, sometimes her teammates aren't even ready for them.
Another block there, MCJ. It's a monster jam there. Nice give and go there to Kia Watt. Couldn't get to go. Bayshard with the rebound. Can't get that shot to fall. Watt with the rebound.
Hawks are coming alive here. It's nice to see.
Velasquez to MCJ. Open in the corner, no good. Glendenning with the rebound. Nice try there by Bayshard to try and steal it. She's right on Glendenning. Over to White. She was open, thought about going for it. Inside pass, no good.
Great work by Janae there, just to fight and battle out that rebound.
Janae over to Velasquez. Kia Watt, open three. No good, off the back of the rim. Beckford getting that rebound, works it up quickly, guarded by nobody. Janae picks her up, tips away that pass. Glendenning with it, gets that bucket to go. 36-21 the score now for Humber, just under 6 minutes left to go in the third.
Velasquez and Giles have been such a thorn in the side of the Condors. They're getting in every single passing lane. Dee Channer, head coach of the Condors, starting to show her frustration. Her team just can't find its rhythm.
Kia Watt, corner three, that one misses the hoop. It's picked up by Doyle. Kia Watt picks off that pass, nice move on the fast break. Ran right into tried to get the pass to Bayshard, but Kia Watt ran right into her opponent. That's Megan White on the floor.
Yeah, Kia Watt tried to go with the fake pass there to get Megan White to move. It was a nice looking fake, but Megan White decided to stay right where she was and took the brunt of the effort there. Like the idea from Kia Watt, but the execution didn't work to perfection, as she was expecting Megan White just to slide on out of her way and follow that fake pass. And instead, they went shoulder to chest.
Timeout called here, chance for both these teams to regroup. Humber still up by a good margin in this one.
And you see behind the Humber Hawks there, the Conestoga Condors men team are headed down to the locker room. Their game against your hometown Humber Hawks is coming up at around 8 o'clock. So a whole lot of basketball action tonight on HSN.
One last doubleheader before the holidays come upon us. It's shaping up to be a pretty good night here, as we're getting a pretty good game between the Hawks and the Condors.
Started off a little sluggish, I gotta say, but things are starting to ramp up here, especially if you're a Humber Hawks fan. And I'd assume most of the crowd here is.
That would be hard-pressed to find many Condors fans here, although some family members of the opposition usually pop in here from time to time. Inbound pass here, White works it up to Glendenning. Good ball movement here, Abdallah now with it. She's got space, passed it over. Three, that one's good. Taylor Doyle, her first point of the game.
Yeah, haven't seen much of that for the Condors. That's gotta be a sigh of release. If you see that one drop through, nothing but net. Condors gonna need a whole lot more of that tonight.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that was the first three-pointer made by the Condors.
Absolutely correct.
Cushine tries to get it inside. Third attempt, no good. Beckford coming away with that rebound. A strong tug to come away with it. Doyle with it now. Over to Beckford, being guarded by Bowie. Gets free, and with a friendly bounce, gets that bucket good to go.
First little run of momentum here for Conestoga, maybe all night. Time for the Hawks to respond.
Bowie over to Giles. He's at the top of the key, working it in. Looking for it to pass. Pass it over to Velasquez. Open three in the corner, no good. It's off the front of the rim. Bowie with the rebound though. Velasquez pushed her way inside over to Cushine. Now it's Brittany English, three-pointer, no good, off the side of the rim. Hawks get the rebound back. That's Velasquez. She's just been a monster this quarter. English open three in the corner, no good. Bowie with the rebound, but she jumped over her opponent to get it. Will be called for the foul.
And Andrew, I think the word you used to describe Felicia Velasquez was a monster in this quarter. And we know she's a great young lady, but monster is a pretty good word for what she's doing. And for the Conestoga Condors, they can't avoid her. Every single pass is gonna find the hands of number three. She's running around, but yet staying in position. It's a balanced, well-oiled attack for Velasquez and the Hawks here in the third quarter.
She's just been in the right place in the right time all quarter long. Impressive start to this third quarter and the second half for her. So check out of this one now for Bayshard.
One tenacious player for another. Bayshard is about as good as it gets defensively.
Three-pointer up, no good. Doyle getting that rebound. Inside pass to Glendenning. Fights her way through. Layup is good.
That's a hard work bucket for Glendenning. Wasn't easy able to get it up and in.
English with it now. Over to Giles, open three. That's good.
There it is.
5 points now on the night for Janae.
And for Janae Giles, that's just what the doctor ordered. You know, when she gets on a run, she's going to be absolutely dynamite. And a lot of times, it's only that one three-pointer that sets her on fire.
Brittany English getting called for the foul there. She can't believe it. Looked like her hands was just on the ball.
A little bit of a frustrating night for English. She's had a few calls go her way that she's none too pleased with. Hard to blame her there. She plays a ferocious style of basketball.
And her third foul of the game. She's got to watch out in a little bit of foul trouble. Beckford at the line for another two. First shot's up and good.
The Hawks, though, still keeping her in check as that's her 8th point on the night. She's 4th in league scoring with 19.2 points per game.
It's 2 for 2. Some more substitutions here. Glendenning checking out of this one for Condors. And English checking out of this one for Maya Campbell-Johnson. MCJ with it now, top of the key. Over to Bayshard. Bayshard, corner for Bowie. Shot is up. That's good. Nothing but net for Bowie. She's been great from distance all night. Her 12th point of the night.
Love that shot selection from Bowie. She took that split second just to make sure it's the shot she wanted and put up an absolute beauty.
You have to make a correction. That's her 8th point of the night. Ball working inside. Foul called there against the Hawks. That's Bowie's third foul now. Few Hawks in foul trouble now. Three-pointer, that's good. Make it white.
Bayshard was doing everything she could to get to her perimeter. Trying to get to that assignment, but the Condors did a nice job of blocking her out.
De Silva with it now over to Cusheen. Cusheen at the top of the key. Works it over to the left, back to De Silva. Went for the pump fake, back to Cusheen, working it inside. Over to MCJ, frees herself up for a shot. No good, that one bounced off the rim. Beckford with the rebound. Doyle with it. At the logo on her right to White. To Beckford in the inside. Frees herself up from MCJ, but gets the shot blocked away anyways. Fought for that ball, worked it to her teammate, couldn't get it to go. Foul called. Be against Beckford.
Condors starting to figure things out a little bit offensively as you see that three-pointer hit nothing but net. But it seems as though the offense just comes in spurts for them to come back from this deficit they find themselves in. You're going to need consistent scoring, and they just haven't found that at all at any point tonight.
Hawks back with the ball. Kia Watt with it on the right-hand side. Over to De Silva. Silva near the top of the key. Back to Kia Watt. Back to De Silva. Three-pointers up. No good off the rim. Fighting for the rebound was Weber and MC. Rather, that's Cusheen fighting with her for it.
A lot of contact under the rim. Maddie Weber with the size advantage able to pull that one away, but the Hawks will regain possession.
Kia Watt to inbound this one. Looking for a pass. Inside to MCJ off the bottom of the backboard. Fighting for it. Can't get herself free. Looks like it will still be Hawks ball.
And at times, Maddie Weber has got the better of Maya Campbell-Johnson, but not in this second half, though. MCJ seems to be adjusting well to her assignment.
De Silva at the top of the key. Pass almost tipped away, but gets it to Cusheen. Layup is good. Hawks up by 11. 44-33 with a minute 20 to go in the third.
Not too many whistles in this one. It's been a free-flowing game. Certainly has favored the Hawks so far.
Glendenning with it in the corner. Works it inside. Back to Abdullah near the top of the key. Back inside to Glendenning, almost tipped away. Abdallah ran right into Kia Watt. Thought there'd be a call, none called. Bayshard over to Watt. Gets the shot to go, but the whistle went.
The referee is going to wave that bucket off. No basket. Foul instead the call. That's disappointing for the Hawks. That was a 4-on-1 opportunity, and they don't come away with any points.
Amber Bayshard picking up her first foul of the game.
So more missed opportunities for the Hawks. They've done enough to give themselves a pretty comfortable lead here, but certainly on pace for a low-scoring night.
45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Glendenning, nice pass. That shot's good.
Slowly but surely, Conestoga trying to find some openings in this Hawks defense.
Kiwat passes it to MCJ in the corner. Over to Kushin, the other corner. Works it inside, almost lost it. Over to De Silva, fighting for space. Near the inside, into MCJ, fighting her way through. Can't get the layup to go.
Even though that shot didn't drop, like the idea from MCJ there, she's gonna have another opportunity.
Picks it up over to Kushin, thought about going for the shot. She'll get called for the traveling violation.
And Kushney will just put her head down and smile at that one. She knows she had the infraction on that play there, picked up the ball and tried to keep on going.
She's got a little too ahead of herself there. 12 seconds left. Hawks nursing a 9-point lead, 44-35.
Not nearly as egregious as that LeBron James travel we saw just a few nights ago. Time running out in quarter number 3, but a whistle stop play with 5 seconds.
Doyle fouled there, working her way to the baseline. She got 2 shots at the line. De Silva picking up her first foul. First shot by Taylor Doyle's good. First-year player from Fort Erie.
Condors haven't had too many advantages in this game, but they've done a much better job at finding themselves on the foul line.
Doyle missed the second. Hawks couldn't get a shot away as the time of the quarter ran out. And we'll go into the fourth quarter. The Hawks up by 8 points, 44-36.
Condors starting to find their rhythm just a little bit. This has certainly been their best offensive quarter as they just put up only 10 points in the first, but starting to figure things out. And to see Dee Channer have a chat with her team here, and if anything, it's kind of nice to see that the offense doesn't always have to go through Jamila Beckford. They've had contributions from up and down the lineup. See Howie the Hawk making some contributions to the Hawks Nest table.
Should be interesting to see how things shape up with Jamila Beckford in foul trouble, already with 3 fouls. She's already fouled out once this season. We'll see how often they pass that ball off to her, seeing if she's going to be a big option down the stretch for them. But like you said, they have options. Maddie Weber, Megan White all coming up big. Taylor Doyle having a big quarter as well. And should be an interesting finish to this one, but we get a look at the Hawks there. They've certainly been getting their depth going as well, as Jalen Bluey has just been blowing up here today. We didn't know much about her coming into this one, but shooting it from deep and bringing it with the defense and the ball movement as well.
Yeah, not a name we've seen a whole lot of this season, or a name we've got to call too many times, but hey, give her credit. When you're given your opportunity, your best bet is to capitalize on it, and she's done just that. And you gotta imagine if your head coach, AJ Sharma, he's gonna have a little cheeky grin right now saying, oh my goodness, I got another piece to work with. So as this season moves on, obviously you knock on wood, you don't hope for any injury trouble. You hope all your starters can play every single minute of every single game, but let's be honest, that's not exactly possible or probable by any stretch of the imagination. So having a player like Bui come into this lineup and contribute, just like we see some Kia Watt up and down this roster. So things are looking good as we head into 2020.
Especially with the loss of Ivana Tomasi, who left one of the earlier games with an injury against St. Clair. And we knew that would be a big hole, especially in that starting lineup, but no shortage of depth here. A lot of players stepping up. It's definitely a nice luxury for AJ Sharma. Getting ready to start the fourth. Abdallah with the ball. We're looking for options. Over to White. left-hand side, inside to Beckford. She's being double-teamed. Brittany English guarding her hard. Layup bounced out. Beckford tried to save it, but can't. Will be Hawks ball.
Great work by Brittany English there. She got the rebound over top of the 6'2" Maddie Weber. Goes to show size isn't everything. It's all about heart, Andrew.
That's what the little guys like to say. It's a little bit about height. Janae Giles, nice move to get inside. Chalk up another 2 points to her. 7 on the game now for
Good
Megan
luck.
White.
Yeah, good luck keeping Janae Giles outside of the paint. When she wants to get there, she is a bull in a china shop, going to do everything to get it.
Hawks sticking with Brittany English on Beckford. Looking for a lane inside. Was stripped away by Velasquez. Another steal for her.
Beckford starting to show the frustration. They've double and triple teamed her at times. Tough day to get anything done.
Kia Watt, corner three. That's good. Off the rim and in. Hawks up by 13, 49-36.
7 points on the day now for Kia Watt. You got to imagine she has more left in the tank. Nice to see her drop that one from range.
So impressive from the first-year player from right here in Toronto. That shot's good, Megan White.
That's what the Condor needs, quick responses.
Quick pass to Janae, denied inside by Jamila Beckford. A big block there. Brittany English trying to pick it off, can't quite come up with it.
Bodies flying everywhere.
Oh.
Janae Giles takes a big pick.
Big pick there set by Megan White, keeping her off of Jamila Beckford. This game's starting to get a little aggressive. Felicia Velasquez on the ground, favoring what looks like her nose.
Chippy here in the Hawks nest. These last few plays, a whole lot of contact. Excuse the pun, but you're right on the nose, Andrew. Felicia Velasquez is favoring her nose. Looks as though she may have took an elbow or a hand from Jamila Beckford.
I'm sorry, Adam, but that nose pun stung.
All right, we got to cut this out. Nice to see Felicia Velasquez staying in this game.
It was nice to see Jamila Beckford went up to Felicia and asked if she was okay. Nice to see the sportsmanship here.
Of course, two teams with a lot on the line, and there's going to be emotions when you're battling for the top of the OCAA ranks, but at the end of the day, they're all student athletes out there, Andrew.
Shot clock running down at 2 seconds. Nice pass to Beckford. She was fouled by MCJ. Almost perfect defense there by the Hawks.
MCJ came pretty hard over the top there, and that's worked pretty well defensively for the Hawks, especially with Beckford. They'll have her one-on-one with Janae Giles or one-on-one with Brittany English, and they'll bring someone in from the backside. We've seen Felicia Velasquez and Maya Campbell-Johnson come in and rip balls away from Beckford in this game. So she's been attacked from all angles. And when it hasn't worked for the Hawks, at the very least, she's been able to find her way to the charity stripe.
So dangerous from inside, but like you said, the Hawks have done a pretty good job containing her. Now 3 of 5 from the line, another chance here. Second shot, no good. MCJ can't come up with that rebound. Maddie Weber getting her the rebound and the basket. Velasquez works it up quickly at MCJ. Back to Velasquez. Left wide open once again, over to Janae Giles. 3-pointers up, no good off the rim. Abdallah with it now, working it up the court on the left-hand side. Being guarded by Kia Watt.
Nice hustle by Watt, staying right on the hip here.
Giving her no space to work with. Glendenning inside pass to Weber. Basket no good, almost tipped back in. Will be Hawks ball. 49-40-4, just under 7.5 left to go in the game.
Janae Giles and Maddie Weber having a laugh and a handshake after that rebound attempt. Two of the toughest players on the floor, doing battle for the rebounds and having fun doing it.
Fun is what it's all about. Inside pass, Janae Giles to MCJ. Trying to get her foot inside. Stripped away there by Abdallah. Almost worked it backcourt there. White with it. Inside pass. Back to Abdallah on the outside. Over to Beckford. Janae Giles fouled her. Another foul there for Janae Giles. That'll be her third.
A reach-in foul there, and Janae thought she got all ball, but it appears as though she may have just clipped that wrist. Trying to talk it over with her teammates.
That could be a tough call to make. We know hand is part of the ball. It'd be so easy to just miss and get that wrist by accident. Glendenning getting ready for the inbound. Over to Beckford, pretty wide open from the paint, gets it good to go.
Jamila Beckford there starting to find her rhythm. That's just what they need. Under 7 minutes to go. She's going to need to go on a tear if the Condors want to come back from 7.
Surprised they left her that much space there in the paint. Giles now over to Velasquez. Kia Watt, three-pointers up. No good, off the rim. Abdallah working it now on the right-hand side. Back and forth to Abdallah. Looking for options. She's left wide open from distance. Kia Watt picking off that pass. Over to Bayshard on the fast break. Layup there, no mistake. 51-42 the score with just over 6 minutes to go. Glendenning with it, guarded by Velasquez. Picked away. Velasquez coming up with it. Works it up to Kia Watt, right-hand side. Fighting for space on the inside, can't get it.
The speed of Kia Watt has really been a trouble for this Conestoga Condor team.
Velasquez over to Giles near the top of the key, fighting for space inside. Layup was a interesting attempt there, couldn't get that good to go. White with it, being guarded by Bayshard. Glendenning inside to Weber. Beckford fighting for space, almost taking that ball away was Giles. Weber with it, fighting away through MCJ. Layup, that's good.
Nice turn away by Maddie Weber there. She's pulling one of the toughest assignments in the OCAA against MCJ, but she's been awfully impressive. Gotta send a lot of credit her way.
Condors back within 7, 51-44. Just over 5 minutes left to go.
Kia Watt in the middle of your screen there, and appears as though tonight she's one of the most athletic players on the floor. The Hawks love to play that fast-paced run and gun style, and she's kind of that perfect piece for head coach AJ Sharma to facilitate that offense. When it comes to the fast break, no one goes from one baseline to the other faster than Kia Watt.
Such great speed, just so dynamic, really. It'd be so dangerous on that outside. Timeout called here. Condors still hanging around this one. We saw that lead up to 17 at one point, but Condors have found a way to get closer into this one, kind of claw their way back, keeping this one a 7-point game with 5 minutes left to go, or just over 5 minutes, I should say. It's really anyone's game.
Yeah, give the Condors credit. They're playing a scrappy style of basketball. They've been really busy underneath the rim. A lot of credit goes the way of Maddie Weber, as she's been able to put some back. And that's the strength for this Condor team. They have a whole lot of size with a few players standing over 6 foot tall. So rebounding certainly has favored them just a little bit in today's game, despite the Hawks being the top rebounding team in the OCAA. But for Humber, they found their own strengths in this one. It's been the speed. We just mentioned Kia Watt and how fast she could move up and down the floor. How many times have we seen Felicia Velasquez dart in front of a pass or dart to knock away a ball and head down to the floor in no time at all? So where this Humber team lacks, they more than make up for it with their strengths. And so far tonight, it's been the athleticism that has really shown through.
And they'd have to rely on that tonight. There, of course, a lot of their shots not falling coming into the fourth quarter. Field goal percentage just a hair over 30%. Not what they're looking for.
Yeah, that's no bueno. I'm sure head coach AJ Sharma is not going to be too pleased with a 30% field goal percentage, but hey, you got yourself a lead and a chance to close out this game and go a perfect 10-0.
Worked over to Weber, top of the key, guarded by Cushing, ball poked away. Janae Giles has a breakaway to the net, and no mistake on the rebound for her. Hawks lead back up to 9. Abdallah with it. It's a backcourt violation.
That's not something you could afford at this point in the game. Under 5 minutes to go. You're trailing by a sizable margin. To give up a free possession like that, not what you're looking for if you're a Conestoga Condor.
Can't afford too many mistakes at this point in the game. Machine with it, hands the ball off to Giles. Over to De Silva. Fighting for space, trying to get inside. call will go against the Hawks there, will be Condor's ball.
De Silva just couldn't keep that plant foot stationary. But what a story she's been coming back from those knee injuries. You see the brace on her leg.
Abdallah fighting for space inside. Over to Weber. Layup bounces around, can't get that good to go. She knocks Cusheen down near the baseline. And that will be Weber's first foul of the game.
Just the first foul of the game for Weber. Kind of surprised by that statistic. She's been so busy under the rim, taking a lot of contact and dishing it out as well.
Yeah, got to give her credit. Player just playing a nice, solid, clean game here tonight. Only the first team foul for the Condors. Bowie fighting for space. Pass the ball over to Giles to her left. Over to De Silva on the right. Three-pointer. Air balls it. Now bounce out of bounds for a Condors ball.
There's Maddie Weber. We've seen her take her first foul of this contest in a game where Jamila Beckford hasn't been her normal self. It's been Maddie Weber stepping up for the Condors.
4 minutes left to go in the game. Beckford works the ball past the timeline. Handoff there, almost picked off, called a foul. Who's it going to be against?
Appears as though it will be charged to De Silva.
That will put the Condors in the bonus. So any defensive foul taken by the Hawks now will lead to automatic free throws.
And again, we mentioned it earlier in this contest, the Condors have done nice work to get themselves to the foul line and manufacture some offense. And for the Hawks, it's been the complete opposite. They went the entire first half without shooting one free throw.
Bowie works it up the right side. Fighting for space, has so much speed. Over to Giles in the corner, fighting inside. Over to Bayshard, to Bowie, she's wide open for three. No mistake there. Picks up her 11th point of the night.
The bench is absolutely loving it. Getting behind one of their key members.
Bowie's just got that sweet stroke from three. Ball tipped away, Beckford barely keeping it by the timeline. Almost a backcourt violation, but she still got it. Shot clock running down, 6 seconds left. Inside pass picked off. Giles comes up with the ball, foul there. We'll go against Abdallah.
There's that three-pointer from Bowie, no mistake. You mentioned the sweet stroke, Andrew. Certainly has that. She's been impressive off the bench. Janae Giles limping around just a little bit, certainly not what you want to see.
Timeout taken here by the Hawks. Hawks up by 10 now, 56-46. Should be an exciting race to the finish line.
Yeah, with a 10-point spread, a lot of times you think you're okay. Maybe we can coast into this win. But for Conestoga, they've shown the ability to go on a little bit of run, whether that's Megan White draining a couple threes or Maddie Weber and Jamila Beckford on the inside getting some quick layups. This 10-point lead can get a little squirrely for the Hawks pretty quickly. Good call on the timeout by AJ Sharma.
You got to think Jamila Beckford's going to get a lot of touches here down the stretch, so she's definitely going to be a point of emphasis here for the Hawks defensively. And the interesting thing to note is who's going to be the one to pick up that defensive assignment. We've seen Janae Giles, Brittany English, Sandra Cusheen on that assignment. Who's it going to be here down the stretch? You have any thoughts on that?
I got to imagine it's going to be Janae Giles. And for AJ Sharma, he's got to be pretty pleased with every player who's gone against Beckford tonight. She has just 11 points on the evening, which she reached double digits. That's not a bad day at the office, but she is averaging just under 20. So they have contained her, but Janae Giles, you gotta know, is your most tenacious, most technically sound defensive player. And that's taking nothing away from Brittany English, who's done a great job as well.
Ball inbounded to Kia Watt. We should get our answer soon. English over to Giles. Top of the key, pass it back to English. Three-pointer is up. Off the back of the rim, almost looked like it was going in. Abdallah with it now. Being guarded by Watt.
This is an important possession for the Condors.
What do you know? Janae Giles is the one guarding Beckford. call there against Maddie Weber. Ball will go back to the Hawks.
I've seen a clipboard do a backflip on the Conestoga bench. There's some frustration as that's another possession just given away in a time where you could ill afford it.
That's a talented clipboard there. Janae Giles over to Kashin. Works it inside, nice move. Gets it picked off there. Abdallah with it, she's been strong in this one. Working it up the court. Pass it over to Doyle on the right side. Back to Abdullah, she's on the left now, being guarded by Kia Watt. Pick there coming from Beckford, opens up some space. Doyle with it, on the outside, works it inside. Over to Weber, that ball's picked off. Machine with it. Over to Watt, just in her reach. Almost stepped out of bounds. English with it, fighting inside. Shot is up, and that's good. A chance at the three-point play for Brittany English.
Brittany English took a forearm to the face, and then she put a ball in the basket. You got to work hard for these buckets out here. This is OCAA basketball. There's a look at Abdullah for the Condors. We mentioned time again the speed for the Hawks, and it's been number 4, who's really been the only one that's able to match that pace. She's been really effective tonight.
And not an easy play to make when you got that arm flying in your face. It takes a lot of strength to come up and make that play and finish it up. Just over 2 minutes left to go here. Hawks up by 13, 59-46. Beckford in now, being guarded by Giles. Ball picked away. Kia Watt with it. That ball's picked off. They're saying it was out of bounds on the Condors. Will stay Humber ball.
A lot of commotion at midcourt. Possession will stay with the Hawks, though, as at this point they could allow themselves to kind of coast on out. Just dribble this one around and kill those precious seconds.
Big possession here. Kia Watt with it. Near the top of the key, fighting inside. Going against Beckford, gets a layup, and that's good.
A little bit surprised to see Kia Watt drive so quickly and not waste any time, but hey, when you find yourself a lane and you have the confidence in yourself like Kia does, why not get the bucket?
She is so shifty. Layup no good. Brittany English with the rebound. Nice move to free herself up. Hands it off to Kia Watt. Got the moves, almost loses it. DeSilva fighting for it, pass off to English. A lot of hustle shown there. Bayshard to Giles. Open three from the top of the key. No good.
Everything but the finish on that possession for the Hawks. Nice hustle shown.
White to Beckford. Abdallah with it now in the corner. Pass inside to Beckford. She lost it. Kia Watt bounces off her and out of bounds. Will be Hawks ball.
Here's Kia Watt on one of those last few possessions, driving against Beckford. That's no easy task. Getting the roll, a nice shot there. Let's give a shout out to those HSN camera operators. Nice work there on the replay.
And a nice job there in the truck getting those 2 shots. Kia Watt over to Giles, fighting for inside space to DeSilva in the corner. 3 is up, that's good. Timeout called by the Condors. Hawks now up 64-46, a game high 18-point lead.
DeSilva with the 3. She had a career high 2 3-pointers in game number 1 in that doubleheader against the Sioux. And she came back just this year from a couple of devastating knee injuries. That's why you see that brace on her leg. So it's going to take her a while to find this rhythm. Obviously, she has a whole lot of talent, whole lot of skill, but not being in these competitive games is going to take a little bit away from you. I don't want to say rust by any stretch of the imagination. She's worked too hard to shake off any of that rust. But nice to see her get in and really start to contribute. And AJ Sharma's feeding her minutes, and why not if she's going to keep up that type of play?
Yeah, got to get her going. Well, of course, this team is expected to be competitive come playoff time in the OCAA tournament. DeSilva coming up big with a couple threes here tonight, so that stroke definitely working for her to try and get her back into that midseason form that we're so used to seeing. Timeout about to run out here. Last stand here for the Condors. They need something big to come back into this one. So we've seen the Hawks really pull away in the late stretches here in the 4th quarter to gain back that lead, and a sizable one at that.
Absolutely. These Humber Hawks are 55 seconds away from going 10-0 in the first half of their season. That'd be the 4th time going undefeated in their first half in the AJ Sharma era.
Hard foul there by Kushin. Got her hands right in the face of Megan White. Immediately she said, "That's on me, guys."
Self-awareness is always a great trait.
White will get 2 shots at the line here. That's a nice friendly bounce for that first shot.
Conestoga men's team joining the women on the sideline as they prepare for their matchup against the men in about a half hour's time.
Beckford, Kiowat, and Maddie Weber all fighting for that one. Jump ball will be awarded to the Hawks. English inbound this one, calling for a play. Gets it to Watt. Full court press is on now. Condors pressuring hard. De Silva on the right-hand side. Nice move to free herself up a bit. Into the corner for Kashin, fighting for inside space. Back to De Silva. English now, Watt. Nice move to free herself up from Beckford. De Silva open for 3. Off the rim, no good. Giles gets the rebound, that one's good. For 11 points on the night.
Today getting gritty under the rim, and for De Silva, you see her get some confidence there, not afraid to shoot beyond the arc.
Janae Giles never afraid to get those hands a little dirty. Giles almost lost there. Kiowat right on it as the game clock running down. Just 5 seconds left. 19 points is the lead, 66-47. And the Hawks will go into the holiday break a perfect 10-0. The 4th time that they are undefeated going into that break under head coach AJ Sharma. A big accomplishment to be sure.
Absolutely, going into your holiday break, 10-0 is a pretty good start to the year, and we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the little bit of history we saw tonight with Maya Campbell-Johnson. She became the 9th member of the 600-point club in Humber Hawks women's basketball history. And then I believe it was the very next possession, she ran down the floor and got the 1 block she needed to become the all-time blocks leader. So Campbell-Johnson stamping her place in the history book. A fun night altogether for these Hawks.
And it didn't take long for MCJ to pick up another few blocks, so extending her lead as the all-time blocks leader. We'll see how far she can extend that as the season goes on, but pretty good night here tonight as the Hawks pick up their 10th win of the season, 10-0 record. They got to feel pretty good about themselves going into that holiday break.
You can enjoy this break a little bit, but certainly a lot to work on for AJ Sharma.
And not a perfect game by any stretch. That the shots weren't falling for them for most of the night, but they'll get a chance to enjoy that holiday break. And their first game coming out of that break will be against Conestoga. And that will do it for us in this first game of the doubleheader. We'll be back soon for the men's game, Humber versus Conestoga. Join us soon.
Denning wasn't easy able to get it up and in.
English with it now.